Good morning, everybody. This is your check in with Pastor Patti on Monday, August 17th. You know, um, Everybody thought COVID would be all gone, and I don't know that it's going anywhere right now. But what I do know is I think we've learned a lot about ourselves and a lot about others throughout these last couple months. And though we thought the worst was happening then, sometimes I think as I look at the world today and look around me that it's getting harder some days. I don't know if you feel that way, but it was sort of a challenge when it started and though there were things we couldn't find at the grocery store and we didn't like not being able to go out, I think that the situations we're in now, looking at the response of people in the media, on social networking, just wherever you are, is a little scary at times. I find that looking and talking with people around me, from my own family to friends and neighbors and congregation members, that the challenges are becoming even more significant now. Challenges of people losing their jobs, of people still being laid off, challenges of deciding whether to go back to school or not. Just there are so many challenges, and it's really been weighing on my mind. And so I thought this morning we'd talk just a little bit about that. Has anybody ever said this to you? God doesn't give you more than you can handle. I know I've heard it. Actually, I think I've said it. And I've just really been studying on that verse the past couple of days because I don't believe that's true. The sorry, the version of the text that I gave you this morning is actually from the Good News translation. And I know not everybody likes that, but I really felt the wording was appropriate, at least for where my head is right now. Um, God doesn't test you beyond your power. And all of our power and all of our strength comes from God Himself. And so it doesn't say He doesn't give you more than He can handle. He's telling you that these tests are coming and He's going to be with you side by side. I don't know what those tests mean. God doesn't promise to keep our lives difficulty free. He doesn't promise to keep us totally out of danger. He doesn't tell us that we're not going to be tempted. But the important thing is that as we are tested, as things are put into our world, it's He's there to support us and He's there to walk along beside us. This text follows a part about the Israelites coming out of Egypt, and you all know that story. And if you don't, go to Exodus and read it, my friends. But they walked a long journey, very similar to a long journey that I think we're all walking together right now. And they fell at times and they did pick back up, and God did bless them, but it wasn't easy for them, just as it's not easy for us now. Oh, excuse me. When we talk about the different tests that God gives us, we really have to pause and say, what does that mean for our life? If the test is I'm not coming able to come to church right now, do you get angry about it? Or does that give you an opportunity to say, how can I worship with my church family and make it count? Or, we just can't get together like we used to. So what do? Yesterday it was awesome. I stayed a little bit after the service taping and just got to say hi to a few of you as you were dropping off your Texas hash casseroles. And it was great to see the smiles, and it was great to know that people are still finding ways to help and serve others even as they're being tested. As we look out into society today, I know that there are companies that are disbanding, that are changing the number of workers, and it leaves a heavy weight on people. And we have so many different options. We can get angry, we can turn against others, we can sort of shut down, or we can turn to God and say, I get this. I'm here, you're here. Walk with me, talk to me, guide me. Show me how to walk through this test or this trial or whatever word you choose to use. I could be here all day giving you examples, my friends. But another example is just sort of near and dear to my heart is the school system. And I know administrators, and I've got so many friends, close friends, almost like family, who are teachers and assistants and workers in the school system. And my own daughter's a public school teacher, and I worry for them and I pray for them. And I would never look at them and say, God didn't give you more than you can handle. But what God can do is no matter what decisions they make as a family, no matter what the administrations give them, what I know they can do is pray, grab God's hand, and just walk with Him and listen to Him, and know some days are going to be more challenging and harder than others, but there's going to be an end. And no matter what that end is, we can all come through that end knowing that we put God first, that we said that we love Him and we trust Him. Temptation and testing can really pull us apart. It can separate us from our families, from our church families, from our friends. And we have to remember that that's not healthy either. God is faithful to us. He does not go back on His words, and He promises to be with us. And we have to remember that, which is so hard, I think, in today's society. So as you're listening to this, studying the text, as we're moving forward this week, look at the things that step in front of you. Look at the things that make you angry and you think are unfair, and say, how can I make this work? God, how are you here? Not me, but how are you here with me to make this work for my world and those around me? I want you to know that I pray for you all each day. I miss seeing you in person, and we're working on things, friends. But God bless you and take care.